All right, good afternoon. We're carrying on with lessons about congruence in Chapter 7, Lesson 2. The main idea of this is really we have to be careful with naming parts of a triangle that are congruent. So we have to name the three corners, the angles that are congruent, and the three sides. So here, if I know that triangle ABC is congruent with DEF, I can come up with a list of parts here that are congruent. Angle A is congruent with angle D. And how I can tell that is they're both marked with one arc here. I'm going to list all three angles that are in the first triangle. Angle B is congruent. This is our congruency symbol. It's a equal sign with a wavy line over it. And which corner does angle B match up with? Well, angle B matches up with angle E. And let's do our last one, angle C. Angle C is congruent with which angle? Well, see there's two little angle markings right there. The same two angle markings are on corner F. So we're going to say it's congruent with angle F. We can do the same statements about the sides. So I'm going to list the sides, and whenever we're using a side length, we're going to use a line marking above it. AB has a line marking here to show that I'm talking about the side right here. Notice there's a little single mark here. That means the corresponding side on this other triangle is DE. So I'm going to write corresponds or is congruent with DE. Next one, I could list side AC, and that's congruent with DF. Notice each has three markings. And BC is congruent with EF. Now what that means is I can then say that the whole triangle is congruent. I write that like this. Triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. Now here's where you need to be careful. When you say the whole triangle is congruent, that means this corner, angle A, has to match with whichever letter comes first in the second shape that you're naming. In this case, D. Since I already brainstormed A is congruent with D, I can make sure the letters go in order. Angle B has to match up with E, and angle C has to match up with F. So when you name these three in order, it affects the order of the second triangle's name. I could switch around the order. I could write triangle BCA is congruent with triangle, and I just need to make sure I'm doing the right order here. Since B matched E, I would start now with letter E. C matches with F, and A matches with D. So notice I'm just matching the letters in the order based on the angles that correspond. So try it out. Here's problem 2. Problem A on page 523. You can do it in your books and go ahead and try it on the screen. I'm going to have you answer 2 questions in a row. First, what congruent side matches with side MN? Second, which angle matches with angle P? Great. Carrying on, let's try one more. From our congruent shapes here, we have MNO and VST. These are congruent. First, what angle is congruent with angle M? And what side is congruent with side NO? Well, angle M is congruent with angle T, and NO is congruent with SV. Last, name the triangle congruent with MNO. The triangle that's congruent with MNO, and you have to get the letters in order, is TSV. All right, thanks for watching Lesson 2, Congruence.